Again, though, with the news of this day,
Yes.
a plane shot down over eastern Ukraine. What questions would you be asking at this moment?
Well, the questions I'd be asking is, number one, who could have shot it down? Who had the equipment? It's obviously an anti-aircraft missile. Who could have had the expertise to do that? Because commercial airlines are big targets, but by the time they got over that part of Ukraine, they should have been high. So it takes some planning. And the Ukrainian government has been quick to blame it on terrorists, which is, their name for the Russian insurgents. And there does seem to be some growing awareness that it probably had to be Russian insurgents.
On Monday, Russian officials suggested MH17 was brought down by a Ukrainian fighter jet flying nearby.
With what aim was a military plane flying along a civilian aviation route practically at the same time and at the same flight level as a passenger liner?
The warplane the Russians say they detected, an Su-25, is a ground attack aircraft. That's just one of the many explanations gaining currency. Hours after the news broke, Russian broadcasters questioned if it was perhaps a failed assassination attempt on Russian President Vladimir Putin.
It is claimed that the president's jet crossed paths over Warsaw at the exact same height as the doomed Boeing, now just 40 minutes later.
There was also a report from Russian state television quoting a rebel leader who said the bodies smelled as if they had been dead long before the crash. Victims were actually from MH370, the Malaysia Airlines flight that vanished over the Indian Ocean in March.
Instead, that plane was taken by the U.S. All the passengers on board were killed and drained of blood. Then it was taken to Holland, packed with explosives, and at the necessary time it blew up.
This is a decorated pilot speaking on Russia's Channel 1.
Knowing so quickly what happened, who downed the plane, and why, speaks to the fact that Ukraine downed the plane themselves, that they knew they downed the plane themselves, and now they're trying to quickly escape the situation.
Got the opportunity, an honor to talk to the president of Ukraine,
Yes.
President Zelensky.
Yes.
And as Secretary of State, I know you've been to Ukraine many times. What are the next steps for Ukraine?
Well, look, I am thrilled that they have gotten the support and solidarity of so much of the world, obviously Europe, the United States, Canada, but Japan, other places. They're getting the weapons they need to defend themselves, and they're now on offense. And I think we have to keep supporting them, helping them. They were attacked by an unprovoked act of war, and they've held out, and they've done better than anybody could have predicted. And Zelensky has been a true wartime leader. I'm so impressed with him.
Absolutely.
And I think, the United States should stand with them along with all of our other friends around the world.
Good.
And the United States welcomes the Ukrainian Parliament's decision to approve foreign military exercises on Ukrainian territory in 2010. And we thank Ukraine and the Ukrainian people for your important contributions to NATO and other international security operations.